Happy Wednesday, 9 News meteorologist Laurann Robinson here with another virtual check of your forecast at 2 o'clock. And we have had some heavy snow off to the west. Over the next few days, that's where it's going to stay. We're not going to see any real snowfall across the Front Range and Eastern Plains until Friday and Saturday. And then as we start next week, it really starts to clear up for the entire state. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at our current conditions over at DIA. Right now, we are seeing temperatures at 48 degrees, still pretty mild for this time of year. Good mix of sun and clouds. The winds aren't too bad right now, coming in from the north-northwest at 8 miles per hour, but through the rest of this evening we are going to see those winds be extremely gusty. Now we take a look at current temperatures across the Front Range and Eastern Plains. We're mostly in the middle to upper 40s, low 50s, some areas even in the upper 50s to 60s. Down in Pueblo we're at 58 degrees, and then out east in Ray we're at 64 degrees right now. Lots of 30s in the high country, 30s, 40s, 50s across the western slope, but you can see here the entire western half of the country under this large system that caused a lot of havoc over in California. Now it's starting to bring some heavy snow into the western slope and high country, and then some spotty storms across the eastern plains, while the I-25 corridor remains mostly untouched. The Palmer Divide is going to see some snow and rain showers here and there. We already saw some pass through earlier today. It looks like another round is moving through now, but we take a look at downtown Denver. We're dry but cloudy here. Some light snowfall off to the west across the foothills. We go through the rest of this afternoon, and this is where we could see some spotty rain showers across the urban corridor, including Denver, but those will be very small, very spotty, very short-lived. By later this evening, we're looking for larger storms across the northern plains. All the while, that snow just continuing to fall and pile up across the high country and western slope. Tomorrow we kind of do it all over again. That heavy snowfall continues in the mountains and across the western slope. We start our day dry across the Front Range and Eastern Plains. Some areas seeing some heavier cloud cover across the northeastern corner of the state, while the southeastern corner of the state's very sunny. We get some midday sunshine tomorrow, and then again we're going to see those very spotty afternoon to evening rain showers across the northern Front Range, and then those spotty storms across the northern plains. All the while, that snow sticking to the west. Early Friday, we're finally going to start to see that snow push into the Front Range. I think the first round of snow will fall south of Denver, mostly hitting southern portions of the Front Range and Eastern Plains, but then by Friday evening we see the heavier snow across the northern half of the Front Range and Eastern Plains, and then that lingers into Saturday. With all of the snow we'll be seeing in the next few days, we do have some winter weather alerts in effect through Thursday. We have several winter weather advisories in teal. That's going to include Rocky Mountain National Park, mountains of Summit County, I-70 corridor through Eisenhower Tunnel. That's also going to be further south through the Sangre de Cristo Mountains. All of these areas expecting roughly 4 to 14 inches of snow, and then the Four Corners region, you can see there just a little 3 to 8 inches across that corner. All of the red areas are winter storm warnings. This is where we're going to expect the higher totals across the rest of the high country, where we could see roughly a couple feet of new snow. And of course, with all of the new snow, as we've been seeing a lot lately, we're going to continue to watch out for avalanche danger, high levels of danger through Friday, so you'll want to stay out of those backcountry areas. Now, it looks like we've been upgraded from high wind watches to high wind warnings, and these are going to be tonight through tomorrow, mostly the foothills areas where we're just going to watch for extremely gusty winds west of Denver all the way through northern and southern portions of the foothills. We could see those winds gusting up to 75, maybe more miles per hour. So we're going to be aware, be conscious of possible downed tree limbs and even power lines tonight through tomorrow morning. As far as that snow total, again off to the west is where all of the snow stays today and tomorrow. As we go into Friday, we finally start to see that snow push into the Front Range and Eastern Plains. And then by Saturday, it's really starting to fill in. This only goes until 2 o'clock Saturday. This is maxed out at 72 hours, but we will continue to see more snow through Saturday evening. So with all of the snow that we're going to see across the Front Range and Eastern Plains Friday and Saturday, I think by the time it's all said and done, I think Denver could see roughly 3 to 6 inches of snowfall. What we're going to watch for, though, is going to be another spring-like snow, like what we saw last weekend with that heavy, slushy snow. That's because these temperatures are barely above freezing, so the snow is going to have a lot of water content, but it's also going to be slushy, heavy, dangerous on the roads. We can expect the higher totals to the west in the foothills and then to the south across the Palmer Divide. In the meantime, today we're in the 50s across most of the Front Range and Eastern Plains, 20s and 30s in the high country, 50s out west. Overnight, we cool into the 20s and low 30s across the Front Range and Eastern Plains. Single digits and teens tonight in the high country. So the next few days, we're going to watch for those temperatures to just continue to drop. We will see that snow stick in to the west tomorrow and today. Friday and Saturday is when that snow finally pushes into the Front Range and Eastern Plains. Again, we're expecting another heavy slushy snow, maybe around 3 to 6 inches in Denver, higher totals to the west and south across the Palmer Divide as well. And then as we go into next week, sunshine returns. We stay a little chilly Sunday, then Monday through the rest of the week, we're very seasonal with those temperatures in the lower to middle 40s, right around kind of where we should be this time of year. So we have another system that's already started to push its way into Colorado. We've been seeing all of that snow to the west all day long. It's going to stick there today and into tomorrow. Going to finally move its way into the eastern half of the state Friday and Saturday. Again, be aware of a very heavy slushy snow. We know that causes a lot of issues on the roadways. Even before that snow moves its way into the Front Range and Eastern Plains, today and tomorrow we still have those winter weather alerts off to the west. You'll also want to stay off of those mountain highways as well, because those roadways could also be pretty hazardous. So try and limit any unnecessary travel in the mountains over the next few days, and then even across the Front Range and Eastern Plains Friday and Saturday and Sunday. A lot like what we saw last weekend, Sunday is going to be your day to get up and get out. If you do really want to go to the mountains and ski this weekend, I suggest holding off until after the roads are cleared Sunday morning, and then go out and enjoy the rest of your day then. And then we start our work week pretty seasonal. So we will have an updated forecast for you tonight on 9 News at 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. Chief Meteorologist Kathy Sabin will be in. And then if you can't catch us on air, you can always check out our latest forecast on 9news.com and on the 9 News mobile app. Have a good day.